My boyfriend forgot to pick me up from chemo, so I told him to get out of my apartment and never come back. I got diagnosed with breast cancer 4 months ago, and I started having problems with my boyfriend Micah after I started chemo. The first time I canceled plans was for a concert. I'd had chemo 2 days before and could barely hold my head up. I texted him, "I can't make it. I've been throwing up since yesterday." He called me immediately. "Seriously? I paid $200 for these tickets," he said angrily. "I'm sorry, I just can't do it." He let out a hard breath. "I'm out $400 because you can't just take some medicine and power through." A few weeks later, we were supposed to go to his sister's wedding, but I was too sick. He called with this edge in his voice. "It's rude to cancel like this over and over. People are going to think you're avoiding them." I tried to stay calm. "I'm not just bailing, Micah. I have cancer." He sighed real loud. "Everyone knows, but you need to push through instead of using it as an excuse." Then he hung up. As time went on, things got worse. When I said I was too tired to go out, Micah muttered, "You're always too tired." When I asked if we could stay in, he rolled his eyes. "You used to be fun." When his friends invited us camping, I told him I couldn't go because I had a treatment that Friday. "Can't you reschedule it?" I stared at him. "That's not how chemotherapy works." He threw his hands up. "Everything is so complicated with you." He went without me. One night he came over and I was lying on the couch next to a bucket. He walked in and let out this huge sigh. "What's wrong?" I said. He put his keys down hard. "I was just hoping we could do something normal for once." I felt the tears starting. "Oh great, here comes the crying again. You're so dramatic." My voice shook. "What do you want me to do?" He let out a weird laugh. "Try to be like you used to be instead of just giving up." The worst part was when he forgot to pick me up from my appointment. I kept texting and calling him, but he never answered. I ended up getting an Uber to his place and found him playing video games. I stood in front of the TV. "You were supposed to pick me up." "Oh, was that today?" I stared at him. "I reminded you 3 times. He paused the game. "I have a lot going on too. My life doesn't just stop because you got sick." 2 days later, I heard him on the phone. "Dude, I didn't sign up for this. She's not even the same person." I felt something inside me snap, and I marched into the room. "What did you just say?" He turned around fast and hung up. "I was just talking to Brandon." I crossed my arms. "Say it again." He stood up. "You're taking it the wrong way." I stepped closer. "Is that so? Then what did you mean to say?" He looked at the floor. "Things need to change." I felt like I had been punched in the stomach. "What does that mean?" He stepped toward me. "You could try harder to be normal." I couldn't believe it. "Do you understand what chemotherapy does?" He threw his hands up. "You still have to make an effort. Other people go through this and still live their lives." I got in his face. "Say what you really mean." His voice got louder. "Fine. I'm the one suffering here. Do you know what it's like to watch your girlfriend give up on life, to have every plan ruined? I feel like I'm dating a boring old lady." I stared at him in disbelief. Then I quietly said, "Get out." His face changed. "Wait, I didn't mean it." I walked to the door and opened it. "Get out." He followed me. "We can work through this." I stood holding the door. "Get out." He reached for my hand and I pulled away. "Please. I love you." I looked him in the eyes. I said, "Get out." He stared at me, waiting for me to change my mind. When I didn't, he walked through the door. I slammed the door shut and locked it. I thought I'd feel sad or scared, but mostly I just felt relieved. He's texted me every day since saying how sorry he is, but I haven't responded once. Chemo is a bit easier when you're not also dealing with someone who thinks your cancer is an inconvenience to them.